right, we just arrived at Michigan's Adventure, and before us is Shivering Timbers. All right, let's get parked and get in there, and it looks like not busy at all, even though it's opening weekend. But we'll see. Can't wait to get on Shivering Timbers. We just saw Shivering Timbers testing. There it goes. Supposedly those are new RMC kind of tracks. I don't know. Okay. All right. For opening weekend, it does not seem busy at all, which is a good thing for me. I'm happy not to wait in longer lines than I have to. That should be a good day. The water park is closed today, so because it's too cold. It's supposed to be open, but it's too cold. Michigan's Adventure is mainly known for its water park, in addition to Shivering Timbers. All right. Take us all the way down here. Yeah, these are all the people that are here today. That's it, so far. But it's about 20 minutes to opening. Okay, I'm gonna shut off the camera and we'll head in. All right, here we are at Michigan's Adventure. It's not very busy. The cars you see behind us are all of the cars that are here right now. And it's just a few minutes to opening. Yeah, I'm sure it will get busy throughout the day. Busier, I should say. There we go. Michigan's Adventure entrance. There's Madmouse over there. There's the Ferris wheel, which I did once. I don't like it. Good. And we're going through the sectors.
Have a good one, guys.
Thank you, you too. They just opened the gates. So first thing we're gonna do when we get through the gate here is to go to guest services and get our fast lane. That can sometimes take a while, depending on how many people get in line. We're here at guest services, so this is where you get your fast lane, or if you want strollers, wheelchairs. It's also the lost and found. These are the rides that fast lane works for. The main ones that it's useful for is that the main one is that loggers ride, though. If you don't have fast lane, that loggers run water ride takes forever. And Wolverine Wildcat can be a long wait too. Shivering Timbers usually is not a long wait. And it's just been a couple of minutes and there's no more line. Interesting. All right, we have our fast lanes, we got our locker, and now we are gonna head over to Shivering Timbers, but the park still has 2 minutes before it opens, and they hold everyone right here and right over. So that's toward Shivering Timbers, this is toward the water park. They hold everyone at these places, and then you can't get through until the park is open. So it should be any minute now. All right, we're waiting for them to let us through here, and while we were waiting, we met John from Midcourse Discourse. How you doing, John?
I'm good. How are
John,
you guys?
We're doing great. Our first day at Michigan's Adventure. Were you here yesterday?
Was I?
Yeah.
I was not. This is my first one.
So this is your
my first trip this year. I don't know what else is, if there's any like beautification or anything else new in the park, but the one thing I'm looking forward to is seeing how like the new, I know they got some like steel track on Shivering Timbers for a good bit of it, so I'm kind of intrigued to see how that goes. But I also just like the park, so we'll just check it out.
Yeah, we're excited about that too. We think we saw some of that coming in. So we're gonna head over to Shivering Timbers right now. Where are you heading, John?
Going that way too.
All right. All right, here we are. Oh, somebody else is waiting in the front row of Timbers. We're hoping to get our first. All right, you guys have fun? Good, thank you. We're hoping to get in the front row of Shivering Timbers on the first ride, but we can get on this one. Want to wait for front? Okay, we'll wait for the front row. That was definitely a smoother Shivering Timbers this year. They put these new steel beams in, so technically it's kind of partially a hybrid right now. Yeah, it's not completely a wooden roller coaster anymore. But yeah, those steel beams were smooth. Yeah, a good addition to this ride. We're gonna get right back on it. We love Shivering Timbers. All right, we're not the only ones that like the front row best. So even though we could hop on right now, we're gonna wait a few trains to get on the front row. Yeah, so much smoother this year. Love this ride.
Hold on tight, enjoy your ride on Shivering Timbers. Bye-bye. Welcome back, Gliders. How was your ride? Sounds fantastic.
All right, we're getting in line for Loggers Run. This is one of the oldest rides in the park. In fact, when I was a little kid, it was only this and Corkscrew were the only real big rides here. So this is probably from the 70s or earliest 80s.
All right.
Yeah, we're about ready to get on, so I'm gonna turn the phone off. I think this is new this year, the sign that says the dock. The dock's not new, we saw that last year. It's over there. You can just cut across. I don't know how useful it is, but the dock was new last year and the sign is new this year. All right, what are we gonna do? Wildcat, Wolverine Wildcat.
Right now we're going to Wildcat and
Wolverine Wildcat.
yeah, Wolverine Wildcat. And yeah, we haven't done it. We didn't do it on our last trip here, right?
Oh, last fall we came, and for some reason we just decided not. I think the line was a little bit long.
It's always a long wait because the front row is always a lot. And it's
And they only have one train.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they got 2 trains.
All right, that's Wolverine Wildcat. You know, it's kind of, I don't know, it's just a back and forth. Or no, it's not a back and forth. It's a, I forget, what do you call them when they go around twice? Yeah, I call that a deleted video. All right, we are getting in line for Wolverine Wildcat.
I don't like rides that only have one train. It's just like the
Yeah.
It always takes so long. I don't really like it.
Yeah, it's these one train rides. Well, the Bear has 2 trains, but one seems like it's been like just on the sidelines forever. So I don't know if they ever run 2 trains at King's Dominion on the Bear.
I like
Yeah.
the entrance. They allowed to go through the gift shop near the Bear.
The Bear or Grizzly? You're thinking of Grizzly. The Bear is at Hershey Park. That's like the Raptor kind of ride. We are waiting for the first row of Wildcat. One thing I love about this station is it's always breezy. Although today's a chilly day, so it's kind of a chilly breeze, but in the summertime, it feels so good just coming up here and waiting for Wildcat, that breeze coming off the lake. Oh, there's Corkscrew going. Are any people on Corkscrew? I don't have my glasses on, I can't tell.
I don't think so.
I think, can't tell. No, Corkscrew is testing.
Wildcat, and I love that first drop.
Oh yeah, that first
it's
drop.
so smooth.
It's not only just the drop, but the come up, and it's like just the perfect parabola. It's like just smooth.
Yeah,
I love that.
Did you also notice something on the second turnaround?
Oh, so yeah, in Wildcat last year, they retracked the first half of the run. The second half is still pretty janky. But I noticed when we were coming back on the second half, around the second turn, I guess the first turn on the second half, I noticed that there's some steel down there, like some steel
Yes.
framing.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't think it's the same as the Shivering Timbers RMC beams that they put there, but it's they have some kind of steel foundation that they put the track on.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I've never seen that before. All right, we're heading over to Madmouse. We're going to take a roundabout way, just to see the little the flat rides back here. Hey, do you want to get in line for Scrambler? Should be ready soon. They just got to put those together. All right, so their Scrambler is not operational yet. Here's Thunderbolt. It used to be one of our favorites, but we haven't ridden it lately. There are not many restaurants at Michigan's Adventure. One of them is, well, it used to be called Wagon Pizza, but now I don't know what it's called. They took the sign off. I heard they were making some restaurant changes this year, but I don't know what they are. We might come back around here later. There's one of our favorite rides at the park, Tilt-A-Whirl. Oh, it used to be one of our favorites, and it's still one of my favorites. Back before you were a big Top Thrill 2 Steel Vengeance fan. Okay, we decided to, on our way to Madmouse, just do this Trabant ride. Since it just ended and they're getting ready to reload and there's no line. It's okay. I mean, it's something to do. It's not the most thrilling. It's not the biggest Trabant. It's not the most thrilling Trabant. I think Tilt-A-Whirl is more thrilling. We will do a Tilt-A-Whirl later though, right?
Soul Spin.
Soul Spin. Oh, I'm gonna do Soul Spin this year. That's at Kings Island. I'll do that this year. Yeah. Here's the old petting zoo at Michigan's Adventure. It's been closed this is the second year now that it's closed. But some of our Cedar Point barnyard friends used to be here, like Darla. Who else was here, Allison? Like Zazu and Bruno. Yeah, but no longer. Now they go to Cedar Point. So I don't know what they're gonna do with this area. It's been kind of empty for a while. Okay, we're getting in line for Madmouse. I used to hate this ride. Now I'm just okay with it. I don't really like mouse rides very much. I'm not a big fan of all of those laterals up there. Actually, Cedar Point's Madmouse, or Madmouse. This is Madmouse. Cedar Point has Madmouse. Cedar Point's is okay. I don't like the others. This one's okay too. At least this one feels strong.
Ready? Okay.
We just got off Madmouse. Our mouse made some squeaky sounds, didn't it? I said our mouse made some very squeaky sounds going up. It was a little scary. It was like, I don't know what was wrong with it, but it was like, the wheel was squeaking, but okay. I used to be terrified of this ride. I'm all good with it now. I actually put my hands up a couple times around those bends. braver these days. I did Thunderhawk, or Skyhawk, sorry, Skyhawk, not Thunderhawk. All right, there's Madmouse. It's a little kiddie area. They have little kiddie areas around the park, but they also have a main, is it Camp Snoopy or Planet Snoopy? I think it's Camp Snoopy here, which they just put together a few years ago. It's really nice. We are going to have lunch, and in my opinion, there's only one really good restaurant here, and that's Coasters. Now, I have not tried the restaurants inside the water park, so I'm not sure how good those are. Yeah, there are restaurants in the water park. We just never go to them. But Coasters is very much like the Coasters at Cedar Point. Almost identical. Busy here in Coasters. So we'll have a little bit of a wait. I like the pictures that they have in here. Like this nice picture of Shivering Timbers. Another one right here. And there's a picture of Thunderhawk. And that looks like, what is that over there, Madmouse? It's Madmouse over here. All right, it's taking a little time here. So the entree choices are cheeseburger, chicken tenders, garden salad with chicken, or a grilled chicken sandwich. The sides are mac and cheese, french fries, onion rings, fresh fruit cup, side salad, and potato salad. Okay, it took us a while, but it's opening weekend, so things take longer on opening weekend. I got the burger, okay, just like a Coasters burger at Cedar Point, some toppings and onion rings, and Allison got the same thing. All right, we're gonna head over through Camp Snoopy. I have to say one thing about Michigan's Adventure is that in addition to having a really good water park, they also have a very nice Camp Snoopy. So this is really a good place for kids. For adults that want to do coasters, I mean, they have Shivering Timbers, but that's about the main attraction. But for families with kids, this is a great place to come to. Especially if you live nearby. I imagine some families come here every weekend. So, all right, there's the Corkscrew. That's one of the oldest coasters. I think that might be the oldest ride here. Do you want to hit a Corkscrew right now? Or hit that on the way back? Yeah, it's a lame Corkscrew. It's only got 2 inversions. It's a very short ride. They only have 1 train running. Here is the Camp Snoopy. So we're gonna enter here. Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, this is all kind of new. I think the year before last year, if I remember correctly, and they built all of this. But it's a lot of fun for kids. So one of their kid coasters is called Zach Zoomer, and that's right over there. It's like, does that go around twice, like Wildcat?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like a smaller version of Wolverine Wildcat, I think. Yeah, a lot smaller. Oh yeah, here's Woodstock Express. One of your first kiddie coasters. So I used to regularly wait for you while you do Woodstock Express right there. You gonna do one today?
We should do that.
Okay, I'm kind of scared of these, but I'll do it. They go pretty high. All right, what is this called? Oh, Beagle Scout Lookout. Yeah, you go pretty high up here. And I don't like high things. Unless they're roller coasters, then I love high things. But, oh, thank God. Rides down. All right, we'll catch you later. It's down because it's dangerous. Okay. Yeah, these are little spinny things, but they go pretty high. I mean, not top thrill too high or anything, but they can get up there. What's going on here, Allison? Looks like they're building something there. Oh, the Thunderhawk's going. All right, here is like the heart of the park, which is a pond. So everything is centered on this pond. And you can take swan boats out. It looks like the swan boats aren't going today. And the water park is over there. There's Thunderhawk, which you get to on this north side of the pond. And then there's Wolverine Wildcat over there, which you get to on the south side of the pond. And Shivering Timbers is back there, you can't see. And there's Corkscrew. Oh, there's a dead fish down there, see that? Okay. Oh, there's Ripcord going. So now that Frontier Fling has been taken down at Cedar Point, Allison's not getting her sky coasters in. So we'll go see how long the line is at Ripcord. It's a lot more expensive here than at Cedar Point. At Cedar Point, Frontier Fling was $10. Ripcord's $40 last we saw. So we're gonna go check it out. They have new maps this year. I mean, nothing's really new in the park since last year, but the new maps have a more flat style, I guess. Here's where you come into the park over here, and the entire like ride part of the park is shaped like a C, like the letter C, around this central pond here. And here's the water park right there, and it's a great water park. It's closed today though because it's so cold. So when you come into the park, you can either come here, go down here to hit Shivering Timbers. That's what we usually do first. Wolverine Wildcat's right next door. Here's Loggers Run. Here's some flat rides like Scrambler and Tilt-A-Whirl. Over here is the Madmouse. Lakeside Gliders. So that's kind of like a Lake Erie Eagles at Cedar Point. Here's the Corkscrew. Here's the kiddie area and Camp Snoopy. And then you can come up around this side. Here's the water park entrance. And there's Ripcord, Adventure Falls, which used to be one of our favorites. The coaster Thunderhawk. Thunderhawk's the only coaster on this side of the park. And then Grand Rapids, which is like a fun little Thunder Canyon type ride. And when the train's running, which is more like a car, that's the only way to get from here to here without walking around the entire sea. I wish they would just put a little pathway here. That would just make things so much easier if they just put a little path right there. Okay, we're gonna go check out Ripcord, see what the line looks like. All right, Allison's in line to ride that horrible thing. I think it's a little bit taller than Frontier Fling, Cedar Point's old Frontier Fling. But yeah, that's not my thing to do these sky coaster kind of deals. So she has a couple people ahead of her. And there she goes. She's getting ready to get on. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do anything like this. The swinging, the coming down and the swinging, I imagine I'll be cool with that. It's the going up slowly. I think it's the same reason I don't like Ferris wheels, or the same reason I don't like Windseeker. I just don't like slow and high. I don't know. It's hard telling. It could be one of those things I do it and I'm like, oh, I can't believe I was afraid of this all these years. But in any case, Allison is not afraid. She loves this ride. She's about ready to be hoisted up. There she goes. At least they get you up there relatively fast. Okay, there she is. She's at the top. And they have a speaker up there and they tell you to pop the cord. There she goes. my daughter. Hey, Allison just got off Ripcord. So what's better, Ripcord or Cedar Point's old Frontier Fling?
I liked Frontier Fling better, even though it was shorter.
Yeah. It's not as high, right? Frontier Fling was a little bit shorter than this.
Yeah.
And a lot cheaper. That's what I liked. It was only $10. This is $40. All right, well, we're going to part ways here. Allison's going to do the Swan boat, so I'm going to get in line for Thunderhawk.
I don't like Thunderhawk that much. It's too shaky.
Yeah, Thunderhawk is shaky like a Rougarou or a Cedar Point's Corkscrew.
10 times worse than Raptor, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
Raptor's fine, actually.
Yeah, it's a rough ride,
I'd
but
try Rougarou again, too.
yeah. All right, see you later. Up here at the Skyhawk station, they're only running one train today, so it's gonna take a little time. I'll be on the train after the next one. You know, I don't know if that was a fun Thunderhawk. It's pretty shaky. It's pretty rough. I don't mind those older rough coasters, but yeah, maybe it was the seat I was in. I didn't get front row as I normally do. I was kind of more in the back. Yeah, it was pretty shaky and rough, and I just had to defensively ride. But I still, I'll still do it every time I'm here. All right, here's the ride I've never been on. Allison has been on it before. We just ran into John from Midcourse Discourse, and he was talking about how underrated this ride is. So yeah, I don't know how wet you get. That's why I've always avoided it. Yeah, I don't mind. I have extra shoes in the car. Let's try it. Yeah, he says the black one is the best, so I'm gonna try that one. Which one did you try when you did it, Allison? The green one? Yeah. Well, in any case, John says this is a very underrated ride, so we're gonna check it out. We're up here on the top of Hydro Blasters. Get a nice view of the water park, or at least half of the water park from here. Lazy River, which we always enjoy on the hot days. The park has 3 wave pools, so there's one over there and 2 further back. You can't see from here. Okay, it'll be interesting. I've never been on this. We were just heading over to the carousel. That's something we like to do once in a while. And we noticed that it's not there where it normally is. And then we saw these carousel animals back here. So I don't know what's going on. Huh. All right, Beagle Scout Lookout is operational again. So we're going to check this out.
Would you want to do this first?
Is that even going? Woodstock Express? I don't think it's going. Yeah, we'll get in line for this here. Yeah, that's not my favorite kind of
He
thing.
was scared because I wanted to spin it, but he was like, no.
Oh yeah, we were up high and she wanted to spin it. You know, hey, I'll do Skyhawk, I'll do Top Thrill 2, but I don't like slow and high. If I'm gonna be high, I like to be moving fast, and I don't like to be spinning. But, okay, I guess we'll be spinning soon enough when we ride Toombilly next month. All right, we're getting on Corkscrew, the oldest roller coaster here. That's all the ride is. You go up, go through that little corkscrew, and then you're done. Normally we wait for the first row, but there's a little bit of a line and there's no one in line for row 2, so we're just gonna hop on. All right, we just got off Corkscrew. I forgot how bumpy that ride is. Oh man, it's not as bad as Cedar Point's Corkscrew, but it's pretty rough. We saw that Eagles was just ending a cycle, so we decided to get on Eagle. We call them Eagles, but they're Lakeside Gliders. The Lakeside Gliders. Every park has some equivalent of something like this. I like the ones at Dorney Park. Remember that? The buckets? Yeah, it was such a hot day that it was nice. All right, that was fun. Okay, we've done everything now. I think we haven't done Sea Dragon. I want to definitely do more Timbers. Okay, we're gonna get something to drink, and then probably we have to do Timbers some more. Definitely a tilt-a-whirl, and then I'm ready to go. Oh man, we were hoping to catch a tilt-a-whirl, but the ride is currently closed. Oh, bummer. All right, we'll come back around before we leave. All right, we got back to Shivering Timbers. Front row or bust. All right, it's kind of crowded at the station up here. Okay, we're gonna get on one more time.
Watch out, gates are closing.
Okay, that was a couple good Shivering Timbers in the front row. I think we're gonna call that a day. The front row line's getting a little bit long, and everything's getting a little bit long. But compared to
Can you do log ride on all this time?
log ride, yeah, of course. Yeah,
It never has any weights.
yeah. And I want to see if Tilt-a-Whirl's still going. But yeah, we'll go do the loggers run. We've pretty much done everything except Sea Dragon. I can take or leave that. How about you?
Sea Dragon.
And it's okay. It's not...
Like, I like Berserker better.
Which one?
Berserker.
Oh, yeah.
But they tore that down.
Yeah. Berserker at King's Dominion is one of Allison's favorites. But it's a boat ride that goes upside down.
I miss it.
I wish I would have tried it last year. I was going to do it this year, and then I learned that they took it down.
They also closed on something else that I like.
Oh, Anaconda.
Oh, I hate that. Saw that log run is closed, so we can't do that.
Oh, I didn't notice. Oh, Loggers Run is closed.
We're actually probably gonna get on Sea Dragon right now because it looks like there's not a very long line. Yeah, so we're gonna do that and then maybe head home, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, this is hardly any line at all. Earlier I saw it was going like to all the way back here. And it's usually like that because I'm not fast lane, but it's pretty easy to get on. I like going on the edges because you get higher. Is this a time lapse?
Now that was a fun Sea Dragon. We got lots of airtime on that. Yeah. I like Sea Dragon. It's much better than Ocean Motion at Cedar Point, don't you think? Yeah, it's a little...
Ocean Motion's like small.
Yeah, Ocean Motion feels smaller. It doesn't... feels like you don't go up as high. So that was fun. All right, we're gonna call that a day. Yeah, we got some stuff in. We got 4 Shivering Timbers in the front row in. That's the main reason we came. We got a Wolverine Wildcat. I did a Thunderhawk. We did a Corkscrew. What else did we do? A Loggers Run a couple times. Yeah, and we did a couple more flat rides like Trabant. But yeah, it's a good day. We have a couple-hour drive home, so we are gonna head home. And if you like this video, please hit like. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Happy Coaster Dad. You know, one problem I have with Michigan's Adventure is that there's no good place to take pictures and video of their main coasters. So Timbers is like kind of hidden in the woods. There's no good place to take a picture. The parking lot is the best place. And also Wolverine Wildcat, same thing. There's just no good place to get a video or a picture of the ride.